today is the start of day 6. I walked back down to Mountain Crossing so that I could make some breakfast and then charge my phone over there. This is Jelly Bean. I'm gonna eat breakfast here when my phone charges, and then I'll probably have the guy do a shakedown so I can possibly get rid of some stuff, lighten my pack, or maybe just find out a better way to pack it so it's a little more comfortable. And then the plan is probably to hike roughly 5 or 6 miles, possibly to Whitley Gap shelter, but I just learned that it's a mile off trail, so I don't know if I want to do that. I might just end up stealth camping somewhere, but we'll just take it slow and see where I end up. Talk to you later. I ended up doing the shakedown at Mountain Crossings, and the girl helped me go through the stuff, and she gave me some tips on what she thinks that I could get rid of. Some of the stuff surprised me. Like, she said that I could get rid of my bug spray and my matches, which I didn't think that those things I would be able to get rid of, but she had a good point. The bug spray I probably won't need until, you know, closer to New York, or at least until it gets warmer and, you know, bugs start coming out more. So I can always get rid of that and then just get it back or buy new stuff at the store. And then the matches, she's like, you'll very rarely ever be by yourself on the Appalachian Trail, so you can always just use someone else's lighter if yours runs out of fuel. So I didn't send stuff home because I didn't want to pay for the shipping, and I'll be going into a town in like 4 or 5 days, so I'm just going to carry it and then send it home then, because it'll be cheaper at a post office rather than at their store. And that'll give me time to, you know, think about it and figure out if I do want to send that stuff home, and also if there's any other things that I just don't want to carry. I mean, it's not a lot of weight. It probably would be like less than a pound, but it's a lot of stuff, and sometimes having so much stuff annoys me. So I did appreciate talking to her and going through my equipment. Yeah, so the plan is to do at least 5 or 6 miles to Whitley Gap shelter, but if not, then hopefully 11 to catch up with the rest of my family. But we will see how it goes. It's already 12:10, so definitely a late start to the day, but at least I got to go over my gear and kind of just have a slow morning, which is good for my feet and my knee. Alright, talk to you later. I came across my first snake. It is April 1st, and I almost stepped on him. It's just a little tiny one. I'm not sure how or what type it is, but I don't even know if you can see it, but that's as close as I am going to get. Can you see it? Well, you can see the leaves moving. It's right down there. So I flicked it off the trail. You can see it better now. It's got an orange belly. It looks weird. It's almost like another snake is eating it. Or maybe the snake is eating a worm or something. I don't know. It's weird. Unfortunately, I don't believe that it was the socks that was making my toes numb, because, well, I don't have those socks on today and my toe is still numb. So I think that it's the shoes, which means that I'm probably going to have to buy new shoes, which would be in Hiawassee somewhere. I'm hoping there's an outfitter. I'll have to look at the guidebook to see. The shoes that I have now, they just seem so stiff. They are waterproof, and so they're just not very flexible, which is what I'm thinking maybe is the problem. And trail runners should be more flexible. If I understand correctly, they should feel more like a tennis shoe. So I'm almost thinking I'm gonna try to find a pair of those. The thing with shoes is I feel like you just have to buy them and try them, because shoes are so, I mean, everyone's feet is different, and so you can't really take the advice from different people. Well, you can, but take it with a grain of salt and just try them yourself. So that is the plan. The plan is to be in Hiawassee in either 4 or 5 days. My group's gonna look at that tonight and try to get a plan to hopefully be able to reserve a room at the hostel around the bend and split the cost of the room. So right now I am climbing down a mountain and I'm in search of water. I have like 1/4 of a bottle left, but I'd like to find some more. So
all of this is for that tent spot right there. So it's between Luke and Rachel. Let's go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ah! The winner! How do you feel right now?
I feel good, except I'm on the very end. But it's still a premium spot. So
Exactly. It's flat, no rocks, no roots. It's a win.
Alright, it's the end of day 6. We are self-camping. It wasn't a terribly difficult day, but it was kind of hard. My feet hurt really bad. We hiked, I'm going to say roughly 7 miles because I don't really know. And it's too cold to look in my guidebook. The plan is to get up early tomorrow and hike a lot of miles, but again, we have to look at the guidebook and see what is ahead of us. But it is by far the coldest night so far. It's freezing. So I'm gonna put everything away and snuggle up in my sleeping bag and then go to sleep. Alright, see you tomorrow. Good morning! Today is the start of day 7. Last night was really cold. Well, it was cold and really windy, but I actually wasn't terribly cold. I was thanking myself for buying that sleeping bag. The plan is to make it roughly 10 miles to Blue Mountain Shelter, and if we don't make it there, then we'll just find another campsite like we did last night. I don't know if I've ever actually introduced the people that I'm hiking with. Hello. So this is Luke, and this is Ashley. We are still working on trail names. Yeah, so still Luke, still Ashley. And then Vicky, she went ahead of us. She was way better at getting packed up faster than us. So, yeah. All right, well, I'll catch you later. Well, today is only day 7. And unfortunately, I'm already having a slightly hard mental day. Physically, not terrible, but I can definitely feel just the, hiking day after day draining on me. I feel like I got pretty good sleep last night, but I don't know, I am very tired today. I've been eating more, so it's not that I'm not getting enough calories, but I don't want to quit or anything. I haven't had that thought, but it is, I just wonder maybe if I need a break. I wasn't wanting to take a 0 until hopefully like the NOC, which is mile 134, I think. But I am planning on taking a Nero in about 3 days, I think. So that should help. I think what it is that I'm just ready. I'm ready to be at that hostel. So my mind's already there, but my body's not. So it's making it a little difficult. I'm hiking by myself for a little bit because I stopped to eat lunch and read my book. And hopefully I'll catch up to Luke and Ashley soon. So I think maybe being around people will be better for me today. All right, see you later. For like the last maybe eighth or quarter of a mile, we've been hiking up rocks. It feels like we skipped up the trail to Rocksylvania.
About to hit 50 though. 5-0.
If you start hiking northbound on the Appalachian Trail in either like March or April, you will hike with what's called the bubble. And the bubble is just a ton of hikers starting around that same time. And when you do that, you will hardly ever sleep at a shelter alone. There are tons of tents. So as you can see, you don't really have to be scared to sleep out here because there's so many people. It's the end of day 7. Today was kind of rough mentally. I didn't really have a lot of fun hiking today. It wasn't that it was really hard or not fun. Well, no, it just wasn't fun. It almost felt like a job rather than like a fun hiking trip. But I'm sure I'll have several of those days, so I just gotta get used to them. The trail is about continuously learning, and today we learned that we need to plan farther in advance because we tried to reserve a room at Hostel Around the Bend for Tuesday, but they're all booked because it's supposed to rain on Tuesday and we didn't know that. So that was really disappointing because we wanted to stay there, but it is what it is. And we learned for next time that we need to plan better in advance. So I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.